setting things up. Okay, great. So, President, you have the agenda.
Got it. Welcome.
She's finishing up her breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast, lunch.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner all together. No.
Okay.
All right, let's start with some action item follow-ups and the bank account status of the social welfare letter. Were you able to obtain that this week, Salam?
Yes, so I visited them and this week, and they said they were going to send the letter directly to the bank. So I spoke with the bank's relationship officer today,
Uh-huh.
who has confirmed that they have written to them instructing the bank to go ahead to open the account for us while they wait for the certificates.
Ah,
So Monday I'll go and we can start processes for opening
okay.
the bank account.
Great, great. And does that that entails an application that you'll fill out, Salam, or is that and then the president will just sign, or myself, or how will that work as far as what are the next steps at I guess at the bank once now that they've agreed to open the account?
Yes, it's an application that we would. There are application forms
Uh-huh.
that so because the bank know you are in the US, maybe the bank will email it to you directly, or they will give it to me and I'll email it to you. Then
Okay.
you will fill the information,
Hmm.
return same bank to the bank, and they will confirm and process the account.
Okay. Great. So
Yes.
that would
Once the forms are
that would be
completed,
sorry, that would be
then
sent to Abbie's business address, Abbie at Give Basic Needs.
yes,
Okay, great.
yes. So once that is done, and the fees are paid, the bank can, I think within a day, they can set up the account. When they have all the information and fees and everything, within a day, they can set up the account.
Okay. Great, great. So is what we'll do, what I will do then, Salam, is so our our financial situation is finally stabilizing back with the accounts in the original locations of Fidelity. I plan on doing some cash movements to get some more crypto available in the coming days. Although it is Friday, so it'll take me a little while, but I believe currently I have the 12 to 1500 USDC that I can send you once that application is ready. But from what I understand, it sounds like the application will come first, and then we'll need to get you the funding. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay, great, great, great.
Perfect. And will we receive a copy of that letter, the social welfare letter?
No, it's written to the bank.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was just curious, like if
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
it would be good
get a
if we could
copy.
get a copy of it, just so we have it for our records to show that if someone questions things on the U.S. side, that we can see that we're acting. That's a really good question. We really need a copy of the social welfare letter or the certificate once and I guess both would be best. Just in case there's any question on our side from the Internal Revenue Service or compliance here. As part of our compliance, we should make sure that we have that letter. And we'll also need to make sure that we keep copies. This is my job, but keep copies of the applications for which we apply for bank accounts so that at any given time, the organization can define exactly where the bank accounts are or where the funds are for the organization. So is that possible? Do you think that they could get a copy of that to us, or you could get a copy?
Social welfare. We have applied for the certificate, so they will only give basic needs the certificates. That is why they didn't hand me over the letter to present to the bank. I don't know for what reason, but when I went there on Wednesday, they asked that I provide our bankers, and then they will write to the bank directly
Uh-huh.
because they are supposed to issue us a certificate, and they haven't done that. So I have not even personally seen the letter they have sent to the bank.
I
The
see.
bank only called me, telling me they have received instruction from social welfare to set up an account for us.
Okay, so I guess then we'll proceed with the bank, obviously, and when we get that official certificate from the social welfare department, then that's what we'll need a copy of.
Okay.
Yes, so a copy of that will be sent to you.
Okay, great. Perfect. Perfect. Great work on that, Salam. Yeah, I mean that's good work getting all of that organized and being able to proceed before the actual certificate being issued. That's definitely helpful because it allows us to keep moving forward as we move forward to the 2026 grant funding writing that we plan on doing.
Sure.
Perfect. Good. And then the readiness, you just discussed your readiness to be able to send USDC.
Yeah.
So that's good too. Medical data entry. How has Project 29 been going, entering that?
Yes, so Project 29 data has been completed. Now
Yay.
we are to enter Project 36, which um, which have just 500 beneficiaries.
Okay.
Project 36, yeah, it took place. I think that was in 2023.
Okay.
Yes, at the Northern School of Business.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll enter that, and project, I think 32 or 55. I am not certain of that number. That also is with about 1,200 people.
Okay.
Yes, it's project 32.
32.
Okay.
Yes, that was Gushegu Senior High.
Okay.
So what I will intend doing is to enter all our medical events data, all the medical events we've done in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be great because I think that'll be beneficial when we get to the point of not only doing these types of look back posts to explain our position, but also for the grant writing. I think that these charts and statistics will help to prove what our findings have been and what we've accomplished.
Yeah.
Salam, do you think that now at this I'm sorry, I keep getting the number mixed up. Is it 75 that's coming up?
Hmm.
75 at project.
Yes.
Okay, at project 75, do you feel that there will be uh the same so it's what we were doing in the past with medical events was we were doing all of the testing, the organizing, kind of the initial intake, if you will. And then if people needed treatment, we were able to give them to other resources to get that treatment, whether it was for hepatitis or malaria, HIV, whatever it might have been. Do you see that we have good handoffs, if you will? If I'm calling these handoffs, do we have good handoffs going into Project 75 when we identify someone who is ill? Or has that changed with the US aid and the financial side of things in the NGO space
I
there in
kind of
Ghana?
tend to call it a warm handoff, at
Okay.
least like it for mental health. So if someone in a mental health crisis, then you hand them off personally to somebody. So that could be the
Mm.
same thing, a warm handoff, handing them to somebody who can provide them information about treatment.
Okay, so yeah, so that warm handoff, do we have that warm handoff uh ready to go at Project 75 when we identify cases like we have in the past? Or has that changed? Can you explain that? You might be muted, Salam. I don't hear you.
Yes. So there is a medical facility around not far from the office.
Okay.
It's a community health center. So we have informed them, and we are going to write officially to them as well, so
Okay.
that they can. We will refer people to the facility.
I see. Okay, good. So this is a good thing. Now this doesn't typically happen when we operate in the villages to the north because that facility isn't there, correct?
Yes, in the villages we refer the people to the nearest health facility. That's what we've been doing all along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so no real change on there in this warm handoff, as we're calling it, process due to uh, changes in the NGO statuses or government funding that's changed in Ghana.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Good. All right. Status on the status on posting the remaining project numbers for tracking. Like,
Bless you.
excuse me. Oh, thank you. I think
Ah, Ben, yes, you have something.
Yes. So with regards to the handoff we spoke
Hmm.
about, what I personally think is maybe cases of HIV/AIDS we used to refer to the nearest facilities. That some were covered for the free antiretroviral drugs. In this case, it might not be completely free. Maybe it might come at a fee because of the reduced funding
Right.
that has taken place with regards to US aid. So maybe the way people used to get the treatment for free when we refer them to hospitals, I think that now if we refer some, it wouldn't go that easy as it used to be. Because those days they actually used to give some for free to
Uh-huh.
people who had HIV/AIDS, but I don't think now it is given for free completely.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Yeah, so that's a good point, Benny, and thanks for stating that. So I think it's an unfortunate situation, as we all agree, that those antivirals aren't being distributed in the way that they were. But I think that um, to Salam's point, I don't think there's anything different that we should do to help facilitate that because it's unfortunate, but we don't have the resources to provide those antivirals, to provide those treatments. We've simply been on the um, identification path, if you will, not the treatment path. And so while I wish we could also do the treatment, I don't think, I know we don't have the resources to do the treatment. And so I think to Salam's point, um, we still are doing a warm handoff, if you will. It's the treatment that they're receiving from the provider at the warm handoff that's changed, which unfortunately we really haven't ever and currently don't have any control over. So I think it's good that you pointed that out, Benny. And I think that um, I think that all we can do is identify people so they can try to get the treatment, whether they can afford it or not, um, as best they can. Do you have any more thoughts on that, Benny?
No, I'm okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that is the best we can do for now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think it's the best as well. I hope that the Ghanaian government is trying to address this for the people in getting these antivirals to provide things like condoms. That information that Salam had provided with the reduction of condoms is awful
Yeah.
because this is
Yeah.
going to cause this to blow up.
Yeah. We're actually hoping the government steps in, because as much as people are praising the Ghanaian government, I think some actions haven't been taken yet with regards to this. They stepping in to handle some of these things that funds from USAID used to handle. But we are still hopeful that uh, along the line they would come in to help. Um, if not, the collective aim what we have always preached for as a nation, and also with regards to health, wouldn't go the way we expect, because there might still be a lot of infections that would be spreading, which people wouldn't know for now until the data comes out and they're like, wow, we missed this when it was happening right before us. So we are hopeful that the government steps into. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that, I think that this is a good point because I remember I had when I saw Salam's post about the condoms, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, let's just buy a container full of condoms from China and get them to Ghana, right? And then we'll distribute them. I don't know how we'll do it, we'll figure it out. And when I thought that, I remember a conversation that I had with Salam, and this is a discussion for everyone on the call, is was that unfortunately or fortunately there are products that people will not use. And so I remember when we were distributing condoms in the past, we the name stuck with me. I don't know why, but they were called Kiss. And this type of condom was desirable in Ghana by the Ghanaian people. And Salam had feared in the past that if we didn't provide a quality product that they were familiar with, they would not use them. And so I just want to have that discussion really quick to see if we still feel that that's the case, or if we think that, instead of identifying cases, we should move more towards a proactive treatment plan where we're buying condoms as opposed to buying HIV test kits. Like, I don't know what the best solution is to prevent this from blowing up and becoming an absolute crises. I mean, we're already in crisis mode, right? I mean, but I'm saying even bigger, right? Like, I don't know if Salam or Benny or the President have any thoughts on this. I'd like to hear from everybody, honestly.
Uh, I
Um,
think I think it's a good idea, and maybe we can do that as if for instance we are buying a container full of condoms, maybe that can just be a project where we will just get that and go to the schools like the universities, the technical universities, the senior high schools, and just distribute the condoms. But like you said, um, there are condoms that Ghanaians mostly patronize because, and I know this because I do sell some at my market, the supermarket.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and Kiss is one brand that a lot of Ghanaians patronize. And there is another brand, uh, Fiesta, but that is more expensive.
Hmm.
Yes. And for those brands, they already have established distributors across the world. So, for instance, in Ghana, there is an established distributor who is licensed to only distribute Kiss condoms. So, an external person like an organization like us cannot, for instance, import Kiss condoms from, let's say, India or from China,
Hmm.
except we are buying it through the registered and licensed distributor here in Ghana.
Right.
Yes, so I think that would be a good idea too. And
Do you think that, do you know where those condoms come from? Are they India or?
yes, most of them come from India. Some are also made locally, but for Kiss in particular, I have not studied where it is manufactured from.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Because one thing we could try to do is try to approach Kiss condoms and say, look, we want to buy at your cost for the social welfare of all of Ghana, just, I mean, half a container. I mean, I don't know, pallet. I don't know how many condoms that is, but we want to buy $5,000 worth of condoms. How many can we get? To actually approach the brand that is there, because it benefits them for us to distribute them because their name is getting out even more. So I don't know if that is an option as well, but it's something to think about. I just really quick, Salam, before we leave the topic, or you go to Benny to hear his thoughts. What about what are your thoughts on testing versus preventative measures like condoms? What you have $1, which do you spend it on? Well, you can buy. You have $1, and it either buys one test kit for HIV or it buys one condom. Which one do you buy?
That will be a tough question. I'll buy a test kit for immediate needs because um, the test kit does two things: prevention and also detection for treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Then, but for prevention purpose, um, I'll buy a condom. So if I have $1 and I'm to make a decision um, facing my immediate needs, I'll buy a test kit.
Okay, good. Thank you for that. And it was meant to be a hard question, right? I mean, because these are the kinds of things that we have to keep challenging ourselves with to make sure that we're doing what is best for the people. So that's great. There's not a right or wrong answer. I just wanted to know. So that's good to know. Benny, what are your thoughts on all of this?
Yeah, so I think we trying an approach of maybe helping in the treatment would also help, or also the prevention, just like with the condoms we are talking about. It will actually be helpful. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
not replacing what we have been doing completely with the testing,
Mm-hmm.
but that could also come as a project once in a while. When we have those tests, we can have just another project, depending on how our capability just to handle some of these cases that we've identified. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the branding issue, actually, people really pick out some brands, and their mind is that that is the best, and any other thing they do not want to talk
Yeah.
about. Yes, it's found here in Ghana a lot. I had experience when I was teaching. There was, I think, I'm sure the project was even with the USA. They were giving the female students folic acid.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the parents got a notice that they were giving them their kids some drugs in school, though they used to announce to them before,
Uh-huh.
but still they came attacking the teachers that they are giving them contraceptives. They are giving that it's they are giving them family planning. So
Ah.
yes. Just like some of the so when those we were getting some of those comments that HIV is it was created just to discourage sex and all that. I understood where they were coming from because I have experienced people saying that the drugs they give to their kids, they are giving it to them in order to make sure that they don't give birth or something like that. Meanwhile, they educate the kids that those drugs are since because they menstruate, they
Mm-hmm.
are supposed to help in their blood supplements so that their system wouldn't lose a lot of blood at the time. But
Mm-hmm.
their mindset was that no, this product coming from these people, maybe it is for a particular purpose. So
Mm-hmm.
if we get a condom that the brand is not also known, people can attribute it to a lot of things. Since it has to do with a very sensitive part, talking about reproduction, people
Right.
can attribute it to so many things. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my take on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, Benny, here's the tough question though. $1. You can buy a test or you can buy a condom. Which would you do?
So I think I would also I would buy a test
Hmm.
because to me if I buy the condom, what if I am already infected
Yeah.
and I keep on buying condom without knowing the status? So I will buy a test kit to know first.
Uh-huh. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. When I mean this is a terrible thing to say, and if you understand how HIV spreads, etc., you wouldn't intentionally infect anyone. But when people find out, do you feel that when Ghanaians find out that they're HIV positive, they then abstain from sex? Or do they just continue to have it?
Mm. I personally think the abstain.
Okay.
Yes. Um. Though I've had some instance, I've heard cases where someone was accused that he had HIV, but he didn't inform the wife,
Uh-huh.
and along the line, the wife got infected with the virus.
Hmm.
But I think, generally, when people realize their status, their approach to sexuality and other things changes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay, good. Thank you for that insight. Okay, President, what do you think on this?
Well, I wanted to hear from Ben and Salam first, because obviously they're there and
Yeah.
would have the best information. So I'm definitely, I think the condoms is a good idea, but is it where our priority is or should be after speaking with them? I think it's the test kits.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would agree with that as well, is that if I had $1, I would buy the test kit because um I think if people are know that they're HIV positive and continue to be promiscuous, um I don't think there are that many people that would. I mean, that's clearly a moral issue. And I don't think that most people would take that route. And so I think it's more important to identify who's positive and who isn't, so that they can stop spreading on their own, as a condom will only be a single instance, and you wouldn't know if you didn't have a condom the second time that you were positive to abstain. So I would vote for the test as well. And hopefully we can get some other organization or someone else to focus on this need for antivirals and for condoms and treatment, because this is the way that I see us going forward, is we are one piece in the whole puzzle, right? The puzzle of healthcare in Ghana and long-term sustainability of individuals' health. We are the identifiers, the people who are the front line, if you will. The people who are in the handoff, the warm handoff, are the people, the nurses, the doctors, those individuals. And then hopefully there are other NGOs that are going to focus on the HIV test kits, for example, or the antiviral treatments, or the condoms. And so this is why it's so important, and we keep pushing for this medical data to be not only collected but entered, is because as the front line of this intake process, if you will, we are the ones that people are going to look to us, as Benny said, to identify just how big the problem is. Like when we identified 17 cases of HIV in a place that no one thought their HIV was, right? And so we're the one, like there's a saying, the canary in the coal mine. This means like the first alerter. That's what people are going to come to us for, and we need to have that data ready to say, look, this is what we're finding, this is what we're seeing. Other NGOs, other government agencies use it as a tool, but this is what we're seeing. This is what is happening. And so I think that that should continue to be our position going forward. I don't know. We could just go around one more time and get a little bit of feedback on that from everyone. Salam, your thoughts on that? You might be muted, Salam. Oh, okay. We'll hear from Benny. I think Salam just dropped. Benny, what are your thoughts on what I said?
Yeah, so I think what we are already doing is actually a major role, because the data and the findings we get can actually help other organizations.
Yeah.
There are organizations who um, would base their work also on the findings of other organizations. That is where their work begins. So
Mm-hmm.
what we are doing, I think what we are doing is it's already great.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are not able to go the treatment way for now, we can still just continue with that, and that would still be very impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Great. And Abbie, do you?
I agree too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and I think this is also why, like at Project 75, which is going to be a bit of a roundtable for other NGOs to step in, and I know we need to talk about that, but with other NGOs there, I think it's important that we spread our leadership role in this initial uh, data seeking. I don't know how to explain it. Like the Canarian, like we're
Alerter?
the alerter. Yeah, we're the one that has the pulse on the community or on the area that we're working in because we're doing these types of events. So I think when we bring on other NGOs in Project 75, yes, it would be great if they also did these types of clinics, but it would be even greater if they focused on antivirals or for people who can't afford them, or they focused on condoms, or they focused on high blood pressure medication, or they focused on a thousand other aspects of mental health, of other of a healthy whole um,
Holistic?
holistic approach to helping the people. So hopefully, when we get everyone together for Project 75, that this is we're able to identify and take that leadership role, letting them know that we're going to do that. Hi, Salam. Can you hear us?
Yes, sorry, my phone. I was on the phone. It went off.
No problem. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you heard or what you didn't hear, but I was just saying that, you know, we're kind of I don't know if you know this phrase, canary in the coal mine. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Okay, so this is what like the first alerter. So this canary is what the coal mine people who mine for coal, what they used to do is take a canary, a bird, down with them. And
Okay.
if the canary died, they knew there were bad gases present, so they would get out.
Okay.
So this was their first alert system. So that's where this saying comes from, canary in the coal mine. This is the first alert that there's something wrong. And so
Mm.
this is kind of what I see our organization as, is the one doing the clinics, identifying the problems, and this is why the data is so critical, is because this data can then be provided to other NGOs who are all part of the same puzzle, trying to come up with a holistic approach to healthcare, from mental health to condoms to antivirals, etc. So hopefully in Project 75, when these NGOs are coming to this event, they're seeing that we are the canary in the coal mine. If we're the first alerters that of where the problems are. Like Benny pointed out, he's heard of people who are walking away without antivirals. All of these kinds of things, and the data is showing we're seeing HIV in places that you don't think it is. All of those alerter things need to be given to those NGOs that are also going to be present so that they can focus on their individual piece of the puzzle for a holistic approach. So that some can focus on test kits, some can focus on antivirals, some on condoms, some on mental health, some on blood pressure, whatever it might be. This is kind of the position that I see us moving into in Ghana, is where we are the alerters, and that's why this data is so critical. is so that we can pass this information along to others who are trying to help solve this problem. Sorry. Does that make sense, Salam?
Yes, yes, entirely. We can't be a jack of all trades, so
Mm-hmm.
I agree entirely that we do what we can and leave what we cannot for the others to also do.
Yeah, exactly. And be able to point out where those areas that we need help in. Like for example, with antivirals. Like someone needs to explain to these other NGOs when they're there on the 75 on Project 75 that that people are walking away from the clinic without antivirals. And that is because we don't have the resources to do it, and the resources are no longer there for them to get them. And so maybe those are areas that they could step up in. So I think as we're kind of almost like a community coordinator by doing these medical events because of the data we gather and because we're the first line of identifying problems with individuals. Benny, do you agree with that?
Yes, yes, I agree entirely too.
Okay. Great. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page so that um, we don't go down the track of buying condoms. We just need to stay in our lane. Is that we're the alerters? We're the ones that are gathering information, providing it to other NGOs, and we're doing the first diagnosis to confirm whether people need treatment or not. And so if we stay in that lane, hopefully others will get in a lane and stay in it, whether that's providing condoms or antivirals or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And I think by staying in our lane, it gives them a clearer lane too. So, Salam, it's important that when you talk to these other NGOs, that you talk about these lanes and this idea that what we're doing and how they could get in a lane and stay in that lane and help us move forward. Because if we diversify and start buying containers full of condoms, we'll no longer be identifying people with HIV because we don't have the resources to do everything. So if we can have this idea of different lanes or pieces of the overall puzzle, then even the government knows where they fit in. That another NGO like ourselves isn't going to step up and start providing antivirals. The government is going to have to do it, or another NGO. So if we stay in our lane, I think it's really critical. And I think that we communicate that well to these other NGOs that we're working with and government agencies. Do you agree, Salam, or have any feedback?
I agree entirely on that.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. Okay, we can continue. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, Project 75 prep update on prepping the partner nonprofits and volunteer health professionals.
Yeah.
How is their preparation for 75 going?
Yes. This week we've had some people visit the office voluntarily to register as volunteers for Project 75. Some have. I think one woman even sent a message when she came and we had gone out for lunch.
Uh-huh.
So to the Facebook page. Yeah. So we are currently registering people. We've also done all the procurements we need to do, and everything is on track for Project 75. That I can say.
Great. And how many NGOs do you expect to participate?
Yes. So far, I have only confirmed two NGOs.
Okay.
Um, we are looking to confirm more come next week.
Okay. And
Yeah.
uh and I think this leads into the next
Hmm.
part, which is the registration of volunteering.
Right.
Yeah, so we wanted to touch base and I wanted to get feedback from both of you. I've created the intake or the volunteer form for liability reasons and setting expectations. Do you know if anyone has submitted that or if you've had a chance to look at it?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Benny, do you had a look at it, I believe, right?
Um, Hello.
Yeah, hello. I can hear you.
Yeah, please. I'm not quite following what exactly
Ah,
you
okay,
said.
okay. Yeah, so this was the form in Smiley that I had
Mm,
built for the volunteers to sign.
yes.
And you had to look at
Um.
you had to look at that.
Yes. Yes. I looked at it. I looked at it.
Okay, and you don't think there'll be any problem with having people sign up that way?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yes, I have noticed it doesn't require so much sensitive information. It's just about consenting to be a volunteer.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
And
I
so
only had a issue with the signature. I thought it wasn't, but when I tried signing, I noticed that it's a touch signature,
yeah,
and also it's not even if someone is not able to sign, they can just tick with the yes and still be able to submit.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, and so I think that we just need to make sure that the volunteers that are coming in all sign that. And I don't know if that's going to be Ben's responsibility or Salam's responsibility to make sure that all the volunteers sign that. Have you guys decided yet or not yet?
Yeah, I think we've not spoken much on that. It was with the taking the emails for
Yeah.
the newsletter that yeah we had a discussion on, but we can definitely have a look at it too.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
yes.
Salam, you know what I'm talking about.
Or even have another volunteer,
Yeah.
you know.
Salam, I'm sorry.
Please, can you come again?
Yeah, I was just saying that between you and Benny, you should have the discussion to decide how the agreement for volunteering with Give Basic Needs is signed by each of the volunteers.
Yes. So I thought on Sunday we had made that conclusion. Um, because my position was that we should draft something um, simple, something that our volunteers can sign.
Yeah.
That shows that they are volunteering with us and that the organization is not liable to certain liabilities that may come up as a result of their volunteering activities with us.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
I went.
maybe
Oh, go ahead.
yes, yes. And you wanted to know whether we will do that or you will do that for us from your end.
Hmm. Yeah. No,
Yes.
I actually built the form already
Okay.
and mentioned it in Discord in Smiley. It's in Smiley, and
Okay.
it could be signed by any volunteer or any potential volunteer. And I also provided a report that allows you to search by first name or last name to see who signed
Okay.
should someone have a question. And so that's done in the medical report. There's a table now that shows who's signed. And so you or Benny will direct people who are going to be volunteers to that form to sign. So I just need to
Okay.
make sure that that's all in place and I've done all that. I just need either one of you to take ownership of it to make sure that the volunteers will sign it.
Yes. So I think on the yeah. So this is the volunteers will have to sign that before the program. So these days we are all almost in the office. I think Ben just went to Nalego for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
So when they come, I'm sure we will all guide them because there are times that maybe we may have more than one or two people actually coming in.
Yeah.
The reason why we've not actually registered a lot of people yet is because I was telling Ben I have not personally posted the event on my page yet, on my Facebook page yet.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why I haven't done that is I don't want us to get a lot of people that we will have to reject some
Uh-huh.
who may feel not everybody is able to take rejection cool,
Yeah.
because if you tell the person that okay, we've had enough volunteers and we cannot accept you for now, so when the opportunity presents itself in the future we'll accept you, the person might go and not want to reach out for volunteering activities with you again,
Uh-huh.
because the person feel, oh, I might just waste my time, and by the time I get there they already have some people. So
Uh-huh.
I intended that I'm going to make a post alongside with Ben on the Give Basic Needs page. I would have the same post on my wall
Uh-huh.
and from Monday, and we are going to give ourselves maybe Monday or Tuesday to Friday to register people who come to the office. Beyond that, we are not going to register volunteers again, because we have not called for volunteers openly yet, but people are already coming.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so we will all be around and we'll guide people to sign the form.
Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, and I think that's all we need is that, Benny, I think you know how to use the form. It's just a web form, and it's if you just go to smiley.givebasicneeds.org, you'll see the form, the volunteer waiver or volunteer acceptance uh, in the menu. And if you click on it, you can just read it and put your name and be done. And so if the two of you work together on that, as people are coming into the office, I think that will be helpful.
Okay. Yes. So as we are talking on this, I just also wanted to add that um would it be appropriate we post it to the community
Hmm.
also, that people can begin coming to the office, for
Yeah.
if those who are willing to volunteer, we'll post it there so that they too can come around, those around Tamale.
Yes, I think we should do that as well. And yes, maybe that will address the issue of, if we have more people, we can just tell them, maybe we can tell every volunteer, including those that will sign the volunteer form with us, to all join the community, and we can have all of them there. And when we have an event and we are not able to, we'll just select those we can use for the event, and those that we are not able to select, or those that we may not need, can still be on the community or on the platform and still follow our activities and know that they also have a chance to volunteer in the next events. So I think yes, we should share it in the community as well, for the health professionals that are within Tamale to come to the office and register.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a great point, and I think that we'll leave it up to either Ben or Salam to take that action item to post it to the medical WhatsApp group as needed, as well as do things like social media posts to drive people to come into the office, and then make sure that they actually sign the volunteer agreement document and know when to participate and how to participate.
Yeah, sure. So as part of the interactions with them at the office, we'll just have to add that it's part of standard procedure for us that anyone volunteering should have this form
Yeah,
signed.
yeah,
Then yeah, we can share that with them.
yeah, absolutely. And then yeah, so then they can just yeah, they and there's no harm in signing it and then not volunteering. And
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's not a record of who volunteers. It just is a record of who has um who has agreed to our terms, and everyone who volunteers should agree. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So it's not really a list of who's going to volunteer, it's a list of who's authorized to volunteer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Good.
So, yeah.
All right. Keeping an eye on the time, looking at 75 still. We were, let's see, status update on the promo launch from Star FM and GH1 TV. Is there any updates there?
Yes,
That's
we'll
good.
make can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So next week we are going to send a promotion post on Peace FM next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And will that be the only promotional media post then?
Yes, that will be the only promotional. That will be the second because what Star FM did was equally promotional.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but this time around it will just be entirely the event,
Uh-huh.
just the upcoming events. Yes,
Okay.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
and I yeah, I get the feeling we are going to have a lot of people. Because yesterday I went to a gym
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
in the evening and I mentioned to the manager, the guy who manages the gym, that we have this event coming up, and I wanted him to inform his gym members that since they come for fitness purposes, they can come and also have a free screening to know their health status.
Uh-huh.
And the guy was so happy. Then he pointed something to me that I've never really thought of. He said for this event, we need to do a lot of publicity in a form of educating people that it is absolutely free because people like him, gym owners that we may inform, people who have fitness clubs can hear of the events and charge their members for a fee to bring them to the event.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah, so when he made that comment, I realized that yeah, it's something we really need to hammer on, let people know that it is absolutely free.
Yeah, and Salam, one thing we could do maybe is maybe Benny could work with that gym and they could share one of our Facebook posts on their website or something on their social media to help promote it and also clarify there that it's free.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think from next week, so I realized that we'll reach out to a number of gym centers, like fitness centers,
Mhm.
because I could feel the enthusiasm when we had that conversation, and we'll tell most of them to share the event on their social media handles. Those that have websites to equally share the event.
Great.
Perfect. Yeah, that should
Yeah,
work out good.
yeah.
Okay. Sticking with, let's see, 75, the QR code, status of the QR code for the newsletter sign up.
Yes. So I was able to come up with one that we would place on the tables. I think I shared it on the Discord under the marketing channel. So when we have that printed, it could easily be scanned and the user will be taken directly to the Zephy link where they just need to input their email.
Okay.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked
Perfect.
really good.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And let's see, the look back reel, project 43, status for the Tamale Market project.
Yes. So that one too is live. Um, yes, I we had that shared like 2 days ago.
Okay.
I need to
Yes.
Perfect.
still I apologize. I still need to promote it.
So yes, I've seen that it's not boosted yet. But I noticed that on Instagram, it has actually gotten a lot of engagement more than Facebook this time around, even without being promoted.
Wow,
Ah, I
interesting.
wonder, do you want me to promote it on Instagram or do you want me to not promote it or promote it on Facebook?
I think Facebook is good. I think for Instagram, it has already gotten. We seem to have some people that are always in tap with our content there,
Okay.
and I feel like most of them are not within that because Ghanaians we use Facebook more.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so I think Instagram is for the US based people, and
Okay.
Facebook is for the Ghanaian based. Yeah.
That's a
Okay,
good
okay.
point.
Good to know. Good
Yeah,
to know. Yeah, I will
good
boost
point.
that. I will boost that now.
All right, sure.
Awesome. And let's see, Wikipedia, any new media reports secured to move forward with the draft? If we kind of go.
Yes. So the one Star FM posted is a very good reference we could use.
Great.
So any next media outlets we are able to get after that we are submitting the draft. That means we would have at least three. Though we could submit even with the two, but since we have it coming, I think we can just wait when it comes. To be on the safer side, we have three before we post. Yes, and also I still have record of what CFO initially shared with me, Pro Publica, then Charity Navigator, and Course IQ. I still have those links that I'll use alongside the media outlets from the Ghanaian sources when we are submitting the draft.
Great. Yeah, because I think those are important as sources, uh, just to share the fact that we are registered. You know, we are a legit organization who pays taxes or and is registered at the formal level here in the U.S.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and I think that is very important for Wikipedia in terms of fact checking.
Uh huh.
And yes, that would be included as well.
Yeah, and I also think that using those references will help to establish all of those all of those outlets that I provided essentially have access to our tax forms. So because of that, they'll be able to the AI will be able to reference our taxes directly when those are included. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure, it
Okay.
does.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, I know Salam, you've got to go here. Let's see. Follow up tech Kevin, status of the digital volunteer. You got that done.
Yeah,
That's completed. The look back reel for project 43, status of the chart for 43. We
we did
discussed
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yep. And let's see, 2026 media budget. Any update on that between you and Salam or the two of you?
Yes, we've been talking about, but we've not come out with the final one. There were some few questions I wanted to ask also.
Okay.
Oh, yes, so since the Facebook ads are run by you, do we have to capture that or we can exclude that and only focus on what we think would be happening within Ghana here?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know if we want to break the budgets up by country or keep it simple. And I think is what you should do is address the entire budget.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I also think that would be best, so that in
Yeah,
execution we'll then know the distinctions.
yeah, exactly. So I
Yes.
think that that you know if you think that you're doing two posts a week or a one post a week, then that would be 52 weeks times the dollar amount you wanted to put on it. Or
Okay.
you see what I mean? But it's overall, it's not just Ghana because you're really in charge of all of our social media.
Okay.
It's really based on what you see and the number of events that we typically do and the frequency of our posts. This is kind of what you think we should be doing. So it's more an overall budget than just a Ghana budget.
Okay,
All right. All right.
gotcha.
Okay, so one thing that we also discussed that I want to get clarification before I go is we 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 agreed that we would be setting up the other office next year for Ben and our other volunteers and mentees. I sorry. So we agreed to get a dual or shared office working table
Mm-hmm.
and and one air condition for that office room. So we were also thinking if we should include that in that budget or we should leave it since it's all for the office running. And I think that will only be the only office expenditure we are anticipating for the whole of next year, except for utilities and our regular utilities bills. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the best thing to do with that, Salam, is to provide us with two budgets. One that maybe Benny's in charge of, which is all of the media, and he can focus on that, giving some details as what he's expecting for 26. And then Salam, you can give us a budget for the entire office. And in that office, there would be like equipment line item that includes the air conditioner, the table, chair, whatever it might be. And then also what you expect the utilities to be. And then we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so the other thing that I wanted to confirm really quick is so we have two Starlink dishes in Ghana that we're paying for. And I know I think they're both being we haven't checked the utilization of how much they're actually being used, but is it still beneficial to have two? Or could we save some by suspending the license on one? I don't know, Salam. You don't seem to be using it maybe when you travel, but Benny is. Do we still need to? What's the status of that really quick?
Yeah, so I think we can suspend mine because when Ben is in the office, we use his.
Uh-huh.
And like you said, I think my role now is making me travel a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was actually discussing it with Ben last month, so
Hmm.
that yeah, maybe we could reduce the cost from there.
Okay. And so okay, so uh we'll look into is it okay if we suspend that now? Is that an action item that we should take to suspend yours or not yet?
Yeah, I think it's okay because um we are mostly in the office together these days. So
Okay. Okay, great.
yeah,
And so are
and
you mhm.
um these days I happen to sleep in the office a lot because water supply in my to my house has been broken for some time. So
Oh no.
yeah, so I think you can suspend mine now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just suspend that. You get keep the hardware, which is the dish, and we'll look at it going forward. If we need it, we'll have it. But we'll suspend Salam's Starlink now, and you should factor in Salam when you do the office budget, the Starlink budget for Benny, uh, and then
Okay.
and then also you should include uh, in the travel. You should put your office travel expenses into that budget as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So if you plan 3 trips to Accra and you're going to fly, then put that in there. Or if you're planning on driving, put that in there. Or if you need accommodations or whatever it might be, put that budget into into the office budget for travel, and then also make sure that you're taking into account the fact that we're going to be writing grants and hopefully have millions of dollars coming in via grants that we're going to need to execute on.
Sure. Yeah. So I will do that.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I think that's it for me. You have anything else?
No, I think that's all. I think those are two good action items that should be noted. The budget for media from Benny, the budget for the office from Salam. So yeah, that's good. Good
Okay.
work.
And I'll look at suspending Salam Starlink
Yeah,
and do that.
and you have the
Yeah.
login for that and everything.
Well, I'll have to coordinate with Salam because then it's his email, and so
Got
he
you.
gets the code and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'll work on that with Salam.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank
Okay.
you,
How about
everyone.
you, Ben?
Oh yeah. Do you have any? Sorry.
Ben, do you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything. Yeah.
Salam, how about you?
No.
All right, perfect. Well, you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Okay. Have a
Okay.
great
Bye.
morning too.
All
Bye
right.
You
bye.
too.
Thanks, guys. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.